we're back with another heavy hitter in the niche world, and man, oh man, this one, I've heard the reviews. This one is giving me vibes about, you know, a nice cigar, a nice drink that you would just sip on. We're talking about Inicio's side effect.
Yeah.
Inicio's side effect. So, Mr. King, can you give us the breakdown? Oh, I'm sorry, the background of this perfume.
First of all, I want to say I like the scent. I like the packaging. No, it's a beautiful packaging.
Indeed.
So just maybe to tell you, Lamar, this fragrance was launched, I think, in 2016.
Okay.
And by the nose behind this fragrance is the legendary Alberto Moreira's and I think Alexander Consistent.
Okay.
These are two great gentlemen who did a very beautiful piece of work. There's a piece of art here, quality here, everything to talk about.
Okay. All right. So let's get right into the quality here. Let's open this bad boy up and let's get to. Can you tell us how does this perfume open up? How does this perfume open up to you?
Yeah, I like the opening note because I can feel some leathery bit of it. You know, it opens up with a little bit of leather. I can feel a little far-fetched bergamot behind it. And closer, I start feeling some tobacco coming in now. I feel rum is a little bit boozy.
Oh, let me try this.
It's a little bit boozy.
So
I feel some rum.
Those are key words for me.
Yeah, boozy. But as it gets down, I start feeling a little bit of vanilla. Yeah, and some cinnamon. I feel some vanilla and cinnamon down there.
Since I'm just spraying this one on me just now,
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting that. I'm definitely getting that somewhat. There's something citrusy. I guess maybe it's that bergamot that you were talking about. And I'm definitely smelling
The leather.
the leather. There's a
Yeah.
leather accord here,
Yes.
and also the boozy. But that's what I'm waiting for in the first place. The boozy rum essence there. I'm definitely loving that in the opening of this perfume.
Yes.
So what about the heart or the body of this fragrance? What's the heart of this?
So when you look at it, you find the cinnamon in between. You start finding the cinnamon. You find it a little bit powdery. There's a little bit of leather in between, but I find it more leaning towards the tobacco. I think tobacco is more predominant in this kind of scent.
I definitely.
I feel the tobacco.
I can
There's
definitely.
a bit of boozy and tobacco, like
Maybe I am anticipating the tobacco. I'm very excited about anything that's rum, boozy, tobacco, leather. All of those accords together really gets me excited. So I think I'm a little overly excited, but I'm definitely getting that.
But wait a minute. You feel the vanilla?
I'm getting the vanilla. But wait, hold on, wait, don't rush it. I'm still holding on to the tobacco vibe of this. But the cinnamon, I'm sorry, the vanilla,
Rum?
the vanilla is coming around, but the rum, the tobacco, the leather accord makes this really exquisite.
It is very exquisite.
Now we're going to get into the identity of this fragrance here. Ken, how would you describe this fragrance?
I think this is an art, a piece of work. This is an art, well made. I look at it from the traditional masculinity point of view.
Indeed.
That brings the vibe. I look at the interplay between leather, cinnamon, and vanilla cutting in across, giving it the depth that it requires. When I look at it from the dry down, I start feeling the vanilla kind of vibe that brings out the tobacco in it, the beastness in it. I look at it from the point where it starts giving me the quality that I deserve in a fragrance. I would say more because of the rum. I look at it from the rum in it, but most interestingly, the tobacco in it.
Indeed. I would have to say, just really quickly, I'm thinking about guys celebrating, maybe having a cigar or two, just a very grown and sexy fragrance here.
Yeah, this is what we're looking at. Rum, cool scent. I look at it like an outgoing kind of scent.
All of these are very manly accords. Now, would you say that this is more of a unisex fragrance, or is this specifically for men?
This is a unisex fragrance because I'm looking at it from the point where it's giving me the vanilla in place. The dry down is vanilla that is really sweet with a good projection of cinnamon overlaying and playing a good interplay with the rum. So I think it's a safe buy. It leads more towards, I think it's for a woman to be very good, but again for a classy man who's the kind of guy, this fragrance would work. So I give it for unisex.
Kim, who is this fragrance for?
I'm looking at, if I was to go to a lady, probably I'm looking at a lady who is probably in her early 20s, close to 35, 40, you know. I'm looking at a lady who wears this fragrance, particularly for a date, for the evening time, because it has the vibe. When it comes to a man, I'm looking at this kind of man who's all out there. I'm looking at this kind of man who wants to give the vibe that it deserves. I'm looking at the kind of man that is very masculine, the traditional masculine man that drives power, that drives authority. This is the kind of fragrance.
Okay. So someone who is an authoritarian,
Yes.
and someone who is a man's man.
Yes.
Okay, but ladies can also wear this one too. Okay, so what time of day? I heard you say it's a date fragrance.
Yes.
But is this more of an evening fragrance? Can you wear it in the daytime? Where would you put this in the time of day?
I think this would really work for an evening because it has the vanilla scent that comes out, and you know the projection of the tobacco and the cinnamon that speaks out there is the only thing that I would think it's off during the day because it really needs a man or a lady who really understands. It's a very tough performance. Remember, it's very good, so the projection is very good. So you risk annoying people around you, especially if you spray it during day on a high heat. So I highly recommend this kind of fragrance to be worn during evening, date, you know. That is the best time because of the vanilla and the tobacco that it has.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Those are the heavy hitting parts of this.
Yeah, because the dry down,
fragrance.
remember, is more vanilla and tobacco.
Indeed.
So that kind of fragrance, you can't wear it on a high heat. So probably wear it in the evening.
All right, so this is going to be an evening fragrance on those cool down parts of the day, the evening. You know, you're celebrating or having a date or with the guys, maybe celebrating something that you've done fantastic in the office, and you're having a cigar, you're having a glass of rum, a rum drink. This is definitely a fragrance that we can do for that. So, I think, can we rate this one?
Yes, we have to rate it.
We should rate this one.
Yeah.
Let me get into this one. Man.
Let me dig in this one. Just one. Speaks volumes. It's very true masculinity. The true masculinity.
This one has a lot of depth.
Yeah.
It has a lot of depth. It goes to a lot of
Remember
places.
remember the nose behind it. The legendary Alberto Morillas.
Indeed.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna give this one a 10. I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 because of the boozy accord, the leather accord, the rum, and the sweetness of the vanilla all packaged into one. This for me is a very manly but sweet fragrance. This is a 10 for me.
It is a 10 for me. And why?
Why is this a 10 for
The
you?
performance is quite good.
Yes.
That is one reason why too. Because it's quite costly and the performance is good. So you want to buy a costly fragrance when the performance is equally good. So the performance is very good. That is one thing. And then I like the depth that is being. This is a true piece of art. You know, when you look at the dry down, you start feeling this is a lot of work.
It's full body,
It's full body,
three-dimensional,
three-dimensional,
lots
good
of depth.
sillage,
Yes.
good sillage, fantastic scent. Absolutely.
10 out of 10 on both sides.
10 out of 10.